Hello and welcome to the Roundabout Podcast. This is episode 42. My name is Austin Suddeth. With me today, I have Michael Levine, Hunter Brittle, and Tyler McClellan. Hello, boys.
What's up?
We are so back.
We are back.
It's been 2 weeks for us.
It has been over 2 weeks for us since the last time we recorded a podcast.
That's true. When did we last record, actually? What was that? It was
2 Sundays ago?
2 Sundays ago. We're recording on a Wednesday. I'm not going to tell you what date. You can pretty much guess, though.
You could probably guess.
Actually, I don't even think we did record 2 Sundays ago. I think that was when we pushed back to a Monday.
Oh, yeah.
We did do it.
We had to do it the following. Yeah, we don't have... Our schedule sucks.
Hey, the point is, we've been churning out the content regularly, and that's what is important.
We've been making it happen.
Yeah, the content didn't miss a beat. I just had to go out of town, so we had to front load it a little bit.
Yeah, Michael went out of town. Away. Hunter moved. Tyler is Tyler. It's crazy.
Tylered.
Yeah,
I did.
And really, that's the craziest part, is that Tyler continues to be Tyler.
I was kind of glad that y'all weren't able to do this past Sunday because I unexpectedly went to a minor league baseball game. And so I was not going to be able to make it.
Happen upon it?
Kind of, sort of. It was my family.
Into it.
Well, my family had.
Goodness.
Well, my family had tickets, and they texted me like 20 minutes before I needed to leave the house, and they were like, "Hey, meet us at this game." I was like, "All right, that sounds cool. I don't have anything else going on," but it ran long. It was a 12-inning game, so I was not going to get back by 8.
We love free baseball.
I almost did an unexpected baseball game. We were coming back Saturday from Texas, driving through Atlanta, having to take back roads because there's so much traffic in Atlanta and people don't know how to drive. There was a stupid wreck on 85 that shut down most of it. So we were going through trying to find our way around and stumbled on the minor league facility there. And we, for about 2 seconds, not very long, but Kenda and I looked at each other and were like, we could do baseball. But then it was like, well, but then we won't make it home tonight because it was already like 5 p.m. There was no way we were going to make it home that night. And we really didn't want to spend another night in a hotel.
We
decided no baseball.
Were you in Gwinnett?
No, we were in like North Atlanta.
What team's there?
I don't remember, but I will look and find out.
Well, that's fine. Well, actually, it kind of touches on something that I somewhat want to talk about. Because the team that I went to watch play are the Hub City Spartanburgers, and I think I've told y'all about them before. It's a brand new team.
Multiple times.
Yeah, in Spartanburg, South Carolina. They're a high A team for the part of the Rangers organization. This is their second year. But what I found out, they had a shirt that said like something. It was some kind of award. It was like Clash of the Caps or something like that. It was a hat, and they basically won this minor league who had the best hat, which is crazy to me because the one that won it literally has a hamburger holding a baseball bat on it, and I think it is the ugliest hat they have. But apparently, a lot of people liked it enough to vote it for the number 1 hat in minor leagues. But what I found in looking into that is that they were ranked by some vote. I'm not sure. Now, this could be like the least prestigious thing in the world. I have no idea. But I think it has to do with the Writers Association. They voted on the best minor league baseball team names. And for anyone that knows minor league baseball knows they have some of the best team names in the world. And I think we've talked about this a little bit, but I got to reading through the list. So I would like to present the top 10 minor league team names to you guys, if everybody's okay with that.
Absolutely.
Before you do, you were correct. It was Gwinnett.
Gwinnett, yeah, okay. So that's the Braves AAA team. AAA's great baseball, too. Love watching some AAA baseball. So I'm going to read some of these off. If anybody's played the Major League Baseball career mode, you've probably heard of a lot of these, but some of these I hadn't even heard of. So in 10th place, we have the Montgomery Biscuits. They've been around for a long time. Biscuits is a great team name. A lot of potential there.
That's Montgomery, Alabama?
Yes, I believe it is, yes.
Okay, so you got to say it. You got to say it like somebody from Montgomery.
The Montgomery Biscuits.
Montgomery Biscuits.
Biscuits. You got to put a lot of emphasis on that first I.
Biscuits.
They are a raised AA affiliate. In 9th place, we have the Modesto Nuts. And not to be confused with another team that are called the Lugnuts. These are just the Nuts. Their mascot is a peanut. So we got the Modesto Nuts. They're an athletics affiliate, single A. In 8th place, we have the Bowling Green Hot Rods. That one seemed really lackluster to be in the top 10 to me. I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, it's a fine name. I don't think it's top 10 material based on some of the other ones I've seen that were outside of this.
I like it.
I agree. It's a good name, not top 10. I'm
Well,
with you
and
on this one.
I would bet Michael probably knows the number 1 on this list, and it's the greatest name in baseball, but we'll get there. Number 7, we have the Akron Rubber Ducks. That's great. So I would buy a Rubber Ducks hat in a heartbeat.
I would totally go for a rubber ducks hat.
Yeah,
Rubber
Absolutely.
Ducks
Rubber
merch
Ducks.
is probably awesome.
Right, you would think. I believe that's the Cleveland Guardians AA affiliate. Oh, and the Hot Rods were a Rays affiliate. In 6th place, we have the Birminghampton. I thought it said Birmingham, the Binghampton. I thought it said Birmingham. That's not even here. The Binghampton Rumble Ponies, another great name. Even more so, it makes Hot Rods
Rumble
sound very
Pony.
lackluster.
That's peak. That's peak minor league ball team.
Yeah,
name
Rumble
right
Ponies,
there.
and they have like a blue with like almost a hot pink secondary color. Great look.
Rumble Pony
Yeah.
sounds like an obscure 70s, 80s rock band that had
Yeah.
like one hit and they knew they only had one hit and they're like, oh, we peaked and then left.
Well, and apparently I'm seeing it on the picture they used for them. At some point, they did a one-off Stitch, like, Lilo and Stitch. They did a one-off Stitch Hawaiian themed jersey, which just makes them way cooler in my book. They are a AA affiliate for the Mets. In 5th place, we have the Hub City Spartanburgers. In 4th place, I like this one, we have the Sugarland Space Cowboys, another one that has great mascot potential, great t-shirt potential, everything.
See you soon, Space Cowboy.
I was gonna say, please tell me they did a Cowboy Bebop crossover for something.
I would bet they did at some point. I don't know how long they've been around. They're an Astros AAA affiliate. So, Austin, you're out that way. Go to Sugarland for a baseball game at some point.
Michael just put this picture of the Rubber Ducks hat, and that goes
That's
absolutely insanely hard,
sick. I was not expecting the rubber duck to look that aggressive.
right?
Yeah, if you want the actual like more traditional rubber duck style, you have to be an infant.
Yeah.
That's here. I'll send that one as well. They have a couple for infants.
Dude, like imagine if they did like a night where they hand out rubber ducks to everybody that comes in, and then right as the game ends, like hockey, everybody just chucks them onto the field. How cool would that be?
That'd be pretty sick.
That's what you do for a slammer.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, they have to stop every time there's a home run, clean up all the rubber ducks on the field. I'd be down for it.
So just real quick, their alternate name, because that's suddenly becoming so popular. They have two. They're the Akron Chip Dippers. or the Akron Cream Stick Donuts.
No,
Okay.
No, I'm vetoing that one.
Chip Dippers was about as far as they could push the food line.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that Akron, I'm starting, we'll finish the list, but I'm starting to think we should rearrange and put Akron farther up. In 3rd place, we have the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, which, Michael, while you're searching pictures, pull up their mascot. I think they have one of the coolest mascots in baseball. I don't know what it is about this one. It's kind of goofy looking, but I just like the way it looks. It doesn't even really look like a shrimp that much, but it kind of does. But yeah, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. I'm assuming that's Jacksonville, Florida.
Having a
Brittle,
mascot. I would assume, but there's quite a few Jacksonvilles out there.
Is it this?
They have a real one, but yes, like an actual mascot suit.
Oh,
Let
well,
me see
yeah,
if I
okay.
can-
Scampy?
Maybe.
Hang on, let me find a
Here,
good
let me
pic.
see.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a good
solid.
name. I like
That's
that.
a solid
is.
mascot
That's
name.
awesome.
Yeah.
Here, I
Here
think
is-
I can
here is
upload this one.
Scampy.
Okay. Yeah. That's a cool
Legendary.
mascot, I think.
That is a.
And
that
if you
is a
want to
good
see the pictures
mascot.
we're putting in, they will be in the YouTube feed.
Well, and I'll send this one that they have on this actual thing because I just realized I could save it from here. I really actually like this home jersey, or I guess this might be their away jersey because it says Jacksonville on it. Well, where'd that picture go?
They have two. They have Southpaw and they have Scampy.
No, only get Scampy.
No, Southpaw
get
can
Southpaw
go.
out of there.
Yeah, Scampy.
Yep. See you later, Southpaw. You have not made the cut.
No.
Poor guy.
I did not
this picture I'm
acknowledge
trying
you.
to download is not wanting to work. So, but yeah, I like that jersey though. It's kind of like the blue and the pink. I'm very shrimp like, but I like that jersey. That's a cool minor league jersey. All right, moving on. In second place, we have the Amarillo Sod Poodles.
Yep.
I'm assuming that's some sort of like not groundhog. Is a sod poodle a type of animal, or is that like a nickname of a type of animal?
Got to be a rodent.
It's a
It's gotta
rodent
be
of
a
some
nickname,
nature, right?
like a local.
Texas boys,
I mean,
can you tell
'cause,
us
like,
anything?
In North Dakota, they have DAC rats, which are just groundhogs or prairie dogs that they call them DAC rats because North Dakota.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's just a local name.
I don't actually know where the like sod poodle name comes from, but I am familiar with this team. They've been around quite a while.
Yes, they have. And in number one, the greatest
you
name.
can buy.
Sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I thought you could buy sod poodle boots, but what it is the sod poodle mascot's boots on a hat.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought being a Texas team, they were like selling custom boots.
That would, I mean, hey,
no.
they'd probably sell.
All right, continue. Sorry.
Number one baseball team name or minor league baseball team name, and it earns this spot without question, are the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Oh yeah, love them.
Love
the
the
Trash
name.
Pandas.
They've got a great jersey. It's a raccoon, of course. I mean, you just can't beat it. The Rocket, and being in Rocket City just makes it that much better. They changed the name more recently, back in 2020, when kind of all the more fun and crazy names were getting more popular in the minor leagues. So, yeah, I'm still thinking, though, that the Akron Rubber Ducks should probably be a solid second.
I would say second or third. Yeah. I don't know. I like
Maybe
I like Scampy a lot.
I would
I'm not
probably
sure where
go Trash Pandas, Rubber Ducks, then Jumbo Shrimp. Sod Poodles can stay up there, but they may have to go back a spot or two. But Rocket City Trash Pandas, I mean, you can't beat that. That is just a great name. I would go to a Trash Pandas game if I was anywhere near it.
I don't know. I'm partial to the Rancid Ponies or whatever.
Oh, the Rumble Ponies.
Rumble Ponies.
Rumble
Binghamton
Ponies.
Rumble Ponies. Where's
I had the R
Binghamton?
right.
Rancid Ponies. Now that's a rock band.
Is this
name.
single A? Like, are these single A teams?
They're kind of a little bit of everything. The Rumble, so like the Sod Poodles are a double A. I don't know. The Trash Pandas are a double A. Jumbo Shrimp. It doesn't actually say what they are. I'm not sure what they are. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're a triple A team. Because I know I've played as the Jumbo Shrimp in MLB The Show.
Yeah, I think it was just all minors. Like I don't think they distinguish between the different levels.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not too familiar with my minor league ball
the
teams.
Sugarland Space Cowboys
especially
are a
not
triple A
past
team.
Triple H.
And then like I said, the Spartanburgers are, which I'm really surprised that they're on this list. It's not a bad name by any means. It's just, I think maybe because it's local to me that I'm like, it's not as cool. I don't know.
God, I love that logo.
That's the
which one
Rocket
is that?
Ponies.
Is that Rumble Ponies?
I like the Rocket Pony.
We've got the
Rumble
Rocket
Pony.
Ponies, the Rancid Ponies, they're the Rumble
Yeah, right.
Ponies.
Oh my gosh. It's
Yeah, that's the Rumble Pony.
That's a pretty cool logo, yeah. The Space
I'm
Cowboys
down
have a
with
cool
the
logo
Rumble
too.
Ponies.
Yeah, the Sugarland Space Cowboys have a cool looking logo too. Oh my gosh, it's a freaking astronaut wearing a cowboy hat and a neck bandana. Or is that what you call that? And
that's just a vibe. I'd get that as a tattoo. Like,
that's the Sugarland
oh
Space
hell
Cowboys
yeah.
logo.
down with
That's
that.
gotta look good on a hat.
If I could make that my jump space build, I would
Right.
immediately, because that's the jump space helmet. So like, give me jump space devs, give me a cowboy.
So they
hat.
have hats that just say Space Cowboys. Baseball relation or not, that's just a cool hat. I'd wear a hat that says Space Cowboy. Like, that's just cool.
Right.
Also true.
Like, what is that? You don't need to know. Space Cowboy. Use your noggin. You can figure it out.
See, Cowboy Bebop is just blaring in my
That's
head
a cool hat.
with a name like that.
That's a very cool hat, that one.
Or you've got the distressed look.
Oh,
I
I
got
like that
this
one.
I'm
That's a
big
cool
fan of
hat.
this one. Yeah, they've got some
See,
great,
like this-
they've got some great stuff.
That's the best thing with these minor league teams, though, is the Trash Panda logo. I didn't even see that you sent that one. That's such a cool, the Rocket City, right? Like, you've got, like, that's just such a cool logo. But that's the best part about all these team names and these logos and stuff, is there's so much merch potential like you go to these games and you have some of the coolest hats and jerseys and shirts around compared to most major league teams.
Yeah, the minor league merch is so much better.
Right? And like there's just something fun about it. Like I have a hat that says Spartan Burgers across it.
Yeah, it doesn't take itself too seriously. And I think that's
No.
I do think I will say overall, I think baseball is finally shifting away from like stodgy old tradition towards fun, but it hasn't really made it into the major league merch yet. But like minor leagues are really embracing it. Like I think that's part of like what makes the World Baseball Classic so much fun is watching these guys. Like the personality shines through so much more for a lot of these guys during, WBC versus even just regular season MLB. And like, it's getting better. The players are showing more, I don't know, attitude and swagger during the season, but it's still, I feel like, a long way to go versus, especially you watch guys like during WBC who aren't major leaguers. They're just people from whatever country it is who aren't part of the big leagues. And like, they're having fun. It's a blast, and that's what makes baseball look exciting and fun. And like, I think a big part of it is the minor league teams are leaning into it and really coming up with some cool stuff. So,
well, there's that. And then of course the element of in the minor leagues, like these guys still have something to play for, right? Not to say major leaguers aren't giving it their all, they are, but these guys are fighting because they're trying to get to that next step, to that top level eventually. So that's what makes these AAA and AA and even the lower A games so interesting because they have a fire that a lot of the major league players don't have anymore. So it, the branding's fun, the stadiums are fun, and then the baseball's good, right? The minor league baseball's great. I've grown to love it a lot more in these past few years. And it's also pretty unique, the way they do the names in minor league baseball, because you don't see it as much in like the G League in basketball or the AHL, minor league hockey. There's a few that are a little more out there, but you don't really see it much more in other sports. It's just something about minor league baseball. They've started and it's not a new thing. Like the Montgomery Biscuits have been around for a long time. You see some of these more fun names, but it's getting more popular within baseball. And I would bet you start seeing it if like minor league hockey teams and stuff start relocating or whatever. You'll probably start seeing some more fun names. Which the ones in Orlando, the Solar Bears, I don't think that was really supposed to be like a funny name, but that's a cool team name.
Yeah.
That's the coolest jersey in minor league hockey.
Yeah, they do have a very cool jersey.
I need to get my hands on one of those. That's the Lightning. I don't know at the effect. Their AA team, whatever. I don't know the league.
I think
names
it's AHL
of hockey probably. But yeah, that was one of my. I lived in Orlando. I should have gone to a game.
I've gone to a Charleston Stingrays. I went to a few of their games when I lived there. Minor league hockey is a blast. They are so much quicker to fight in the minors than they are at like the NHL level. Like they'll drop gloves for anything. So minimum, you're guaranteed to get a fight if you go to a game, at least one, oftentimes more. I should go to some Charlotte Checkers games, even though that's not a fun team name. That's a very boring team name, if you ask me.
That's a classy team name. What are you talking
They've
about?
been around
It's
for a while.
classy, but it's not. I'm with him. It's not like fun.
This is minor leagues. If I want classy, I'll go to a Hurricanes game.
Yeah, it's not Raging Ponies. I mean, come on.
That's the fourth
another
variant of the ponies name we have now.
Add a towel. Put $1 in the jar for every name that he comes up with. That's not the real one.
They're real eventually. Eventually, it might be the real thing.
Yeah, who knows? We keep it up with our massive influence. We might get them to change it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to be moving over towards the west side of Charlotte, and I'm getting away from White Sox territory and over towards Rangers territory with, the Spartan Burgers are Texas, and then the Hickory Crawdads are also a Texas affiliate.
That's a fun stadium to go to.
Hickory?
Yeah.
I haven't been there yet.
We used to go there a lot
to
when I was younger.
Well, maybe you should come up and we'll start going to games again.
I'd be happy to go to a game or two. I've been meaning to meet you at another Knights game, or not another. We never went to one, but
we never went to one.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go to a Knights game with you because again, that's AAA, so that's a bunch of guys right on the cusp of going to the big leagues. The other night, it kind of leaning.
They're
in.
low A. Oh, Knights. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was
Knights,
thinking
not tourists. No, wait.
I was thinking Kannapolis.
Kannapolis. Yeah. What are they again? What's their
Cannonballers.
Cannonballers? That's a cool team name.
That one I also think should have been in the top 10. And maybe that's regional bias, but I love the Cannonballers name.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
And they've got a cool logo.
So the other night when at the game I was telling you I went to, it was the mascot's first birthday. It was his, I guess that was, a year from when they first brought him out. And so there were a bunch of other mascots that came out to the game to hang out for his birthday. So they were playing the Greenville Drive, which is another relatively close to Spartanburg team. So the Crawdads mascot was there. There were a bunch of like local ones. The Clemson Tiger showed up, which surprised me. I was like, hey, that's cool. But the Clemson Tiger was there. And then the Greenville Drive mascot and like the 4th or 5th inning came out and hit one of the like workers of the stadium with a pie and basically got jumped by the rest of the mascots. It was very entertaining. They had him on the ground and obviously they're acting, but it looked like they were really kicking the crap out of this dude.
Jeez.
It was fun. It was
Take his lunch money.
basically that's what it looked like. But it's funny. I'll send a picture. I'll try to find one. But as stupid as it sounds, the Spartanburgers mascot is actually pretty cool looking to be a giant burger.
Plot twist, it's Mayor McCheese.
Plot twist is a hot dog.
Well, he wears a cowboy hat as well. He also will sometimes wear like a train, like the old school like train conductor hats, because there's a train track that runs right behind the stadium. Now, this picture I'm going to send also includes a picture of like this bird mascot thing they have. I'm not a big fan of it. I have no idea why they have it. It's just something to do with the area. It's some kind of bird, I don't even know what it is.
I like how you described it as a bird mascot thing. Not a bird mascot. It's bird adjacent.
I guess. Looking at it, it's kind of creepy looking, but I'll send. Yeah, here we go. So that's but the burger I think looks kind of cool. Oh, that came through really small. To be a giant burger mascot. I know, but
that's just bird.
Yeah, you're right. It's not a bird mascot thing, but either way, I think they have a cool mascot. I don't, however, like the hats and stuff that use that mascot as like the logo. It just doesn't do the same on the hat, but it looks cool in mascot form, I think. And the cheese or the lettuce and everything is like loose, so it flops around and he's running around.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's a lot of fun.
It is, yeah. It is a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for a lot about minor league baseball today, and I feel as a due diligence for us, we've got to come up with an awesome name that we call ourselves, like a mascot name.
So I will fully admit, my plan when I originally thought of this, I was like, I need to talk about that on the pod. My original plan was I was going to make it a game and think up some and basically get you guys to guess if they were real or fake. I had 2 issues with that. The first one was Michael's going to get most of them right because I figured he knows enough about minor league baseball that he would get them all right.
Michael do no ball.
My second was I'm nowhere near creative enough. That's what impressed me even more with a lot of these names is when I started to try to do it, I was like, all of these sound stupid. Like I couldn't think of too many good ones. I had a few and I have them written down somewhere. I'll have to get that notebook from the other room, but I had a real hard, I think I came up with like 2 that I was like, yeah, those would pass on the quiz. And then another 3 that I was like, yeah, those are very obviously wrong and bad and ugly. So that was my original plan, but I did not have the creativity to make it happen.
The roundabout rowdies. I like it.
I don't hate it.
Ship it.
The rowdies?
See, I have used this in some of our social media bios. I call us the reprobates.
I don't even know
the roundabout reprobate.
Doesn't really roll off the tongue there, does it?
See, as to how it took him 3 tries to say it.
Yeah, you want to do a tongue twister as what we are.
It doesn't when I say it, for sure.
It took you 3 tries, so I don't know how well that one's going to stick.
Somebody who could speak better than me probably could do it.
Maybe.
We should have a contest at one of our extra live streams where we all pitch in an idea. Oh, I figured it out. Okay, we've been talking about minor league. We're going to play a game of baseball, and you have to create your team, and I don't know what game we're going to figure it out. We'll figure it out. There's 1,001 baseball games. I'm pretty sure there's a game we can come up with our own teams. But
I already know which one we'd use.
We create our own teams, and whoever wins the tournament, that's what we are.
Okay. Now, question. Are
Answer.
we playing
No,
or are we simming?
we're simming.
I was about to
Okay,
say, if
I
we're
like
playing,
that.
it's going
I
to be
like
unfair because I would put a lot of money on it that I would beat all of you.
So Super Mega Baseball lets us build completely custom teams. We could probably pick a MLB The Show if we wanted, but that's probably more expensive.
Well, we wouldn't necessarily. Well, I guess we would all have to have it to make the teams
Yeah,
without some very impressive planning.
Right.
right. Let me put it in the idea bank.
I think we should do that. I think if we don't have a summer stream game list, that before the summer stream, we all have to create a baseball team and then put it, and that's just one of the things we do for our summer stream is just simulate games, and whoever teams win, that is our mascot and our team name.
30 minutes of us just going, yes, no, yes, yes,
Yeah.
no.
Absolutely.
Watching
think
words change on the screen. This is top tier content, truly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I assume. Well, so Super Mega Baseball, you can actually watch the game. Like you can sim it and still watch.
Right.
But I do kind of assume, like, just for the sake of content, that it's probably better as recorded content where we can cut some of the dead air versus versus a live stream. So we may do that as recorded content.
Maybe. We still have to play all of our year or birth year games, and that was just talked about months ago.
I know, but I do think once I am finished with the move, I think I will be ready to tackle that.
Oh, thank God. I've been wanting to do that ever since we talked about it.
I know I'm getting the itch to do more game content again. I'm like, we could probably do one in the next couple weeks, and then I just don't know as far as my production timeline of getting it edited. But I think especially things we can do single screen, that's a lot quicker and easier for me to edit, and I can do it mobile versus like multicam stuff. I've got to be at my big machine to do. So
No, my big machine.
well, my main desktop because my laptop won't edit multicam.
That's fair. Well, you're the first one up in that,
Am I?
old man.
Was that how we were doing it? We were doing it by age?
I don't know. We never discussed that. Speaking of not discussing things and also making a game of stuff, I have a game for us.
I love games.
Ooh,
Let's play a game.
Games.
Do you want to play a game?
I had this thought that we are on we're episode 42. I should know that. I said it when we
Yes.
started.
Yep.
So we have been 27 episodes into season 2. And as we have discussed, we've had some staff changes, some new talent come in. And I don't know, because I don't personally know, who are we as individuals? You know, I've known Mike forever. And the other day he said something and I was like, I did not know that about my best friend, but now I know something.
What did
Tyler,
I say?
I don't remember. It was more of the fact that it caught me off. It was
wasn't that
something while
important,
you were
okay,
here
Michael?
in Texas.
Clearly wasn't that
Oh,
important.
it was something
Stay
he
on
said
top,
when he was
Michael.
in Texas, but it was just kind of like the thing he said wasn't important. Like it wasn't like a life-changing thing. It was just more of like, I did not know that about my best friend kind of thing. That stuck out more than whatever it was. It'd be like him saying that his favorite color was yellow and I thought it was blue this whole time. Something like along those lines it's not an important thing. Just the fact that I did not know. But I also play a lot of games with Tyler recently. We had our Tarkov kick, and now we might be getting into a Gray Zone kick. We'll see. It's been a week, but we play a lot. So we're buddying up with that. I don't know who Shane is. I used to know we used to have a guy here named Shane. So it would have been great if he was here for this, but he's not. So I have a game for us, and it goes by many names, but it's the get to know you game. It is a series of questions. I looked at, like, a lot of people call them like newlywed games or stuff like that. Just kind of that introductory game of someone has a question and you answer it. But I wanted it to where we don't know who's answering first. Because I didn't want it to just be like me answer, Mike answer, Hunter answer, Tyler answer every single time. I want it to be, I don't know if I'm answering the question first and how I'm going to answer it, but as soon as the question gets asked, you have to have an answer. And so we're all going to answer every question. I came up with 5 questions, very light-hearted questions of just basic get to know you. But I'm going to share my screen. I remember how to do that.
I assume I need to record this.
Oh shit, we probably should have figured out if I mean you don't have to if you don't want to. It's just a will of names.
Okay, hang on. Perfect. All right, continue.
Okay. So, how this game works. And I have, in typical me fashion, I came up with the questions and I haven't even thought about them myself. I was putting too much thought in the questions. So even if I get first here, I have to answer. But we're going to answer in whatever order this list is. This was just the only real random name generator I could come up with, because we can just shuffle it here and it'll just give us a list. It'll just shuffle our names in any order. How many times should I shuffle this?
Okay, so hang on. So are you shuffling for every question, or we're shuffling?
We are shuffling between each question.
Right. Okay.
And then
the person
whatever
ends up on top.
Whoever's at the top answers first, and we're just going to go down that list.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So right now it'd be like if the question was like, what was your first car? Like right now I would have to answer, then Michael would answer, then Hunter would answer, then Tyler would answer. And then
I'd say we
the
give
wheel
it 3
for?
Shuffles.
well,
The wheel is just the software he used
Yeah,
to
it's
find
the
out
software I
wheel.
use.
It's irrelevant.
I typed in random
Okay.
name generator, and this was like the best thing I could come up with.
You got the big shiny wheel right there
Which
in the
is
middle, and we're not
hilarious,
even using it. We're using the
But it doesn't
we're using
apply.
the 4 lines of
Situation
text
don't
over
need
the
it.
corner.
It's not what we
You're
need.
kidding.
You're focusing on the wrong thing. I need you to
But
focus
it's
over
colorful.
here.
So if you're listening
very
and watching
colorful.
along with this, please do not focus on the wheel. As Austin stated, you're focusing on the wrong thing. If
you are focusing on the wrong 2/3 of the screen. I need you to focus on the far right 1/3 and nothing else.
because that's the basis of
1/3.
content.
More like 1/64th, but all right.
So I say we give it a good 3 shuffles all.
Next time we do something like this, Austin, let me know. And
No.
I'll find you a better website.
No.
You don't have to tell me the premise.
Uh-uh.
Just tell me that you need something to shuffle names, and I will find you a better thing.
No, you won't. Look, this is the best thing. Here we go.
I
All right,
know
here-
for
how
a fact there's a better one.
No, I know which one you're thinking of, and I tried it, and it wasn't going to work with how I wanted to do this.
What do you mean?
I will get into that with you later. Anyways, how we're going to do this, we're going to shuffle
I think shuffle
first.
it 4 times because there's 4 of us.
Fair. We're going to shuffle, and then I'm going to give you the question. All right?
All right, ready to go.
So you said
Okay.
4 times. 1,
I think 4. There's 4
Yeah.
people
2.
4 times.
3. Right now it'd be Tyler, Austin, Michael, Hunter. That's not it. It is Michael.
Ah, shit.
You're first. First question.
All right.
If you had to hide a body, who from Roundabout would you rope in and why?
Kenda. Because she watches crime shows all the time and she'd be the most likely person to get away with it.
Ooh. Good pick. Me, I
I'm
would pick. Oh.
fairly confident. Sorry, I'm gonna
No,
continue.
you're fine.
I'm fairly confident my wife could get away with a crime.
I'm glad that is on record.
I'm
Yep.
also fairly confident that the body she would be hiding would be mine, actually.
Well, then you couldn't be helping her with it. Technically, if
Well,
she's hiding
but
your
this is a
body,
different
you are
scenario
nothing
entirely.
but a hindrance.
I have a feeling she would make me dig the hole first.
That's actually,
That's just
that sounds
cruel.
about
Good
right.
Lord.
Yeah.
Do you need to speak to someone?
No, I'm good.
Michael, blink twice if you're in trouble.
Yeah, raise your
Nope.
hand if you need to.
Hey, life is good. I'm just saying she's the one that scares me a little bit.
I feel like that's a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
I would pick Hunter. And the reason why
Aw.
is location. If I'm having to hide a body with somebody here, he lives in Florida. And I bet you there's a jump, skip, and a hop away from where he lives to some alligators. That body's getting dumped in a swamp somewhere. And that body's gone.
He was my
If
backup pick. If y'all were going to say that Kendall wasn't part of the cast, A, I was going to argue, and then B, I was going to go to Hunter. So I'm glad you also picked Hunter.
If there's a body of water in Florida, there's a gator in it.
Yep. So for me, it's purely a location thing. So I'm using his location as my scapegoat.
That's fair.
I think I think he also has military ties. I think that makes it easy.
I just fixed planes. I didn't go. I wasn't a war fighter.
Allegedly.
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 So
That's what
I think
they
I'm
want
going
you
to
to
actually
think.
go a little bit of a different direction here. I'm going to pick Michael. He's our organizer, man. We wouldn't miss a step. He would be on top of everything, and I feel like he's cool under pressure. So I'm going to pick
That's
Michael.
true. He would have the I's
Like,
dotted. And
He
the
would
T's
he would
crossed.
have a plan laid out, and we would not mess it up.
Well,
If I'm not the one that's dead, I do feel confident I could do a good job.
until
Yeah.
we have to push the burial back a couple of days due to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timeline wise, we might be a little sketchy, but the plan is the plan.
As long
I
as
just
it
don't know
gets-
when we're doing the plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to tag team up with Austin on this one. He picked me. I'm picking him because Austin has a pig.
Oh.
that is valid.
Yeah, but the pigs
But
are
he's already
too fat,
overweight.
man.
He's on a
Pigs
diet.
don't leave residue.
A couple months ago, that would have been a great plan, but he's on a diet now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tyler. That means the pig is hungry.
Yeah, but
no,
still,
she's not.
We need
She's
to
over
look out
there
for her
laying
health.
all fat and happy, looking at me.
No, we're you getting out of prison is not more important than the pig's health. I need you to understand this.
Oh, that pig! You don't have to worry about that pig's health. That pig would eat a tire and walk out fine.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good point, though. The pig could help you out in this endeavor for sure.
Yeah.
So me and Austin,
All right.
body hiding tag team champions.
It's good. It's good. Good round one. Good round one. Round two. We sticking to the four shuffle?
4 shuffle sounds
Yes.
good.
Four shuffle? 1, 2, 3, 4.
God, that
Tyler.
was dragged out so much longer than I thought you were going to.
My name was up there forever. I was sweating.
Thank you. What is something you would feel lost without?
Oh my gosh. I gotta answer quickly here, don't I?
You sure do. Don't think too
That's
long.
the idea.
I mean, my phone. I know that's such an easy answer. I mean, actually, no.
you.
I'm stopping. I retract my wife, without a doubt. No, seriously, like
Did she just walk in the room?
Yeah,
Twice
she
did
did.
she just walked in the room?
no, seriously though. Yeah, my wife. I would definitely feel lost without her.
Okay,
I
why?
hear the TCAS
Oh,
in the
why? Oh,
background.
she's- I mean,
pull
she's my
up,
lifeline.
pull up, terrain, pull up, altitude.
So every time somebody asks me how old I am, I have to think about it, and I'll look at her. I don't know shit. I don't remember shit. She keeps track of everything. If somebody asks me what my schedule looks like, I have to call her and ask her first. She keeps up with stuff. She's my lifeline in terms of that stuff. I just do it. It's needed to be done.
All right. Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you on the easy pick. Michael?
I'm going to go with the pick Tyler almost put down, but then didn't take his hand off and changed away from. I'm going to go my phone for a number of reasons. It is my calendar. It is my notes. It is my book. I read all my books on my phone. It is my navigation because I am directionally challenged most of the time. I would struggle massively without a phone.
Valid.
Yeah, for sure. Especially the
In fact,
the
it's
directional side.
probably it realistically I shouldn't even call this thing a phone because the only thing I don't really do is talk on it.
It is more of a personal mobile computer than anything else.
Yeah, I'm going to call it my Star Trek device. I would be lost without my little Star Trek device.
Well, and to your point about the navigation, I would quite literally be lost without my phone. Like I wouldn't know where I was at. I suck with directions.
Yep, same. I even know the way to my house, but I still Google Maps every single time I get in the car, just in case there's like a wreck or something up
Mhm.
ahead, and it's like, I could go a different way now. Every time.
Yeah.
All right, my turn. I'm gonna pick animals, specifically my pets, because if anyone knows me, I've always been a pets guy. I love my pets. I love my animals. Obviously, if it came down to it, I would pick my wife over my animals. But my pets,
You say obviously, but I don't feel like it's that obvious.
it's pretty
Shut
obvious.
up, Michael. It's on the record.
on the record. But I have had pets my whole life. Well, I mean, growing up in a house, we were a house minimum of 3 dogs. At most, we had 5 in one house. Whenever me and Heather got married, we had to leave my dog behind due to logistics reasons. And then she came to live with us for a little bit before passing away. She had her cat, and her cat very quickly became my cat. Like, very quickly. Cat chose me over her all the time. And then obviously the pig. Everyone knows the pig. But I just, as a person, I could live in a house without somebody else. I don't know if I could live in a house without animals. Like, I have to have animals around me. Like I said, love my wife. But if I was not married, I would have a harder time being in a house that didn't have animals than being in a house that didn't have a person.
That's fair.
All right, bat and cleanup. I'm going to go with the good old hat and sunglasses.
It's a quality one.
If I walk out the door and I don't have a hat or sunglasses on, it will literally throw off my balance. And I'm just I'm very much a creature of habit. Like, if I wake up in the morning and like wash my face before I use the bathroom, the whole morning is thrown off. I'm probably going to forget my keys as I walk out the door. I don't know what it is. Just the routine gets thrown off. Everything gets thrown off. So if I walk out the door without a hat and sunglasses, it's going to be like, what am I doing here?
Creature of habit.
I love
Yes, very
how
much
that is
so.
such a simple answer, but like such a powerful, simple answer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I identify with that strongly. I never walk out the door without my hat and sunglasses if I can at all help it.
And I used to not, I mean, I've always worn sunglasses, but I used to not wear hats. I've gotten into wearing hats, within the last couple, like year or 2 years. Yeah, like 2 years, like all the time. I need a hat now. It just feels wrong not to have.
Well, and I like
Yeah,
the way
I'm with you.
I like the way you're doing these questions too, because like even this one going first, listening through all y'all's, I'm sitting here thinking of all these other things. I was like, yeah, I'd be lost without that. Yeah, that would suck not to have. I immediately after I finished mine started looking at my Bluetooth earbuds, and I was like, dude, those are literally with me all the time. I would hate not having those. So yeah, it's good to do this one. So like, answer now, because the longer you sit here and think about this one, the more things you can come up with.
Absolutely. Speaking of, we're going on to question 3. So we got 3 more questions. Got 1,
Oh boy.
2. That didn't go, did it? It did
It
not.
didn't look
I didn't
like
see
it
a
went.
movement.
It did not.
no.
It did not move. All right. 2, 3, and 4. Me. If you had to never use your hands or feet again, which would you choose? I would go no feet. With how much I gain, with how much I like playing with my animals, with how much I like playing with my son, I would have to lose the feet. I would take not walking anywhere ever again to still being able to feed myself with my hands over, having limited travel. Like, I don't know. I could sit at home, get used to a wheelchair, have to be dependent on some kind of motorized transportation like that. But if I lost my hands, I feel like I would give up on life.
Yeah, at first thought, I was thinking not walking or not being able to get around would be miserable, but then everything I think of that I would miss out from that also requires my hands, other than just walking. So I think I'm going to stick with you here. I think I would have to keep my hands, basically for all the same reasons: gaming, playing with my dog, being able to do basically anything fairly self-sufficiently. I think I'm going to have to keep my hands.
Yeah, I think this is a shoe-in, right? I'm the same way. Take my feet. The hands just do so much more for you on a daily basis, right? Like, feet are great. I love my feet. If, like Austin said, there's no way I could go without my hands, though. Like,
I'm going to need someone to clip Michael saying, I love my feet, and I need that clipped. Thank you.
Chat, clip that. Somebody clip
Yep,
it.
I
need
love
that
my feet.
isolated and clipped. Thank you.
Well, team no feet's going 4 for 4 here. You can't go against it. And I really can't say anything else that hasn't already been said.
Yeah.
Plus, then I get to wear those I get to wear those cool blades that the Special Olympics runners have.
Oh yeah.
And I'd probably
Yeah,
be
he's got a
faster
point. If we're
because they
just
got
losing-
a little sproing to them.
If you're losing the feet themselves, just the feet, yeah, you're good. There's plenty of prosthetics that you can get on.
I don't know. Having robot hands would be pretty dope.
He's got a point. I don't think.
Yeah, but I can't.
Yeah, but they don't
feel.
exist yet.
They're getting pretty advanced.
Well, also, Brittle, you say that like a con. You can literally punch a brick wall and be fine.
Right.
That's true.
Anyways, I was curious about that one. That one came to
Fair
me like during work the other day. I was
Was
like, I
revealed to
was
me by the
wondering if
microplastics in
anyone
my brain.
here would choose no hands, but it's just a thought. Number 4, question 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Go
4.
on, give us a hunter. There it is.
All right, Hunter, you ready for this
Finally.
one?
Bring it on.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Nice. You don't have to ask or answer why. I feel like that's not a color thing. Mine is also
This is like that scene from Monty Python.
mine is also green. Tyler,
Orange.
Michael,
Light blue.
That's a good choice.
fantastic.
Light blue. Okay.
And our last and fifth, and probably
I don't know. It sounded better than saying black, which I think is a
So-
very, very close second, if not a tie.
I was gonna say gray. Literally, 80% of my closet's gray.
but you
gray
didn't.
Yeah, but is that your favorite color?
right.
I
like,
mean, I
For a
choose
while,
it over a lot
like
of other
90% of my wardrobe was blue, but blue is not my favorite color. Has
Anytime
never
I
been my
buy like a
favorite
bag or backpack or any like accessory, anything like
Then
that, I
why
usually
didn't you
pick gray.
say gray?
Because I didn't.
Right?
I don't know. Orange is a great color. I just don't wear it or anything or choose it on anything. I just prefer it out of the rest of the standard colors.
color. Tyler, what's your favorite color? Austin's son.
I just be honest. I was shooting from the hip there on one of the colors I like a lot. I've thought about this because my son asks me these kind of things, right? Like, hey, Dad, what's your favorite color? I don't know that I have like a favorite color. I have color combinations that I really like. Like I really like our yellow and black of our logo, right? It high contrast, high impact. Like I think it looks really cool. I love green. I've loved green for a long time. I didn't want to say green though because 2 other people had already said green. I really like that, like the Extra Life light blue. Like I love that color. I don't know that I have like a favorite. Like I just have colors I really like, but I don't know that one stands above all the others.
Yeah, light
Yeah.
blue. You said it. Last question. You ready for this one? I think this is the most important question. 1,
Uh-oh, I'm scared.
2, 3. 4. Hell yes. If you were shot through a pneumatic tube, would you rather be shot vertically or horizontally? I want to be shot vertically. I want to see how high up in the air a pneumatic tube could shoot me. And this also kind of goes to my, if I could fly, like if I were able to fly, I just want to like look over everything. Like I want to, and I like skydiving, but I want to get shot through a pneumatic tube as high as humanly possible and just see what I can see.
Fair.
Michael.
Nah, I'm all utilitarian. Shoot me horizontally, get me somewhere. Up doesn't do anything for me. I'm not going somewhere. Yeah, at least shoot me horizontally where I'm going somewhere in this pneumatic tube that doesn't exist.
Well,
Yep,
no,
gotta be
pneumatic
horizontal.
tubes
We're going for
exist.
speed records.
Speed records.
Going for speed records. I want to feel like I am Superman flying through the sky, and horizontally is the way to go there.
Well, I'm going to pick horizontally too, and mine was for the same reason as Brittle, is I want to feel the sense of speed. I want to see how fast I'm going past stuff. Also, get me there, but yeah, I want to see how fast I'm going past stuff.
I respect it. I respect y'all's answers, even though that they were different.
Even though they were wrong.
I didn't say wrong. They were
Shoot me
different.
at an
didn't say
angle.
wrong.
Just give me a 45 degree.
I just want to, I was thinking this just to tie it back into our pneumatic tube conversation we had ages ago. Because how can I bring this back to roundabout lore? But I also really like skydiving. And I had the thought if they could just launch me into the sky, how could they do that without having to, fly me up in a plane? But if you could just like have a tube that just went like 800 or 8,000 feet in the air that just shot you up and then just popped you out and then you skydive from there, that would be so much fun for me.
That
That
does
would
sound
be
like
cool.
a blast. I want to go skydiving.
It's fun. It's a blast. I advise against, or I advise for it. I almost said against it. That has been
Advise for
that
it.
has been my get to know you game. I hope our listeners and I hope we understand each other a little bit more now that we are, like I said, 27 episodes into season 2. That I feel like we know each other a little bit better, and I hope the audience feels like they know us just a little bit more.
I would really like to know what it is I said that you didn't know about me that got you off on this tangent.
God, I wish I knew. Like I said, it was something it was something minor, like so minor that it was just like, I thought I knew that, but
My
apparently
entire
didn't.
life is a lie. I don't know my friend at all.
It's not like
Sent
I
you
didn't
into a
know.
spiral.
It's not like it's like I didn't know his first name or something, and I just have been calling him the wrong name this whole time.
Well, but you say it's minor, but it did stem off into you making an entire get to know you game.
That's how my brain
it
works.
did impact you some.
No, that is how my brain works. My brain is the give an inch and I will go a mile with it. Like, that's my brain. Like, and it's random. I don't get to choose. It could be anything. It'd just be like one day. I had this with Heather the other day. We were watching something like a show one night, and I went to bed perfectly fine. First thing in the morning, I had a thought about that show. It ruined my rest of the day. It's the only thing I could think about. And then it just like it multiplied on top of itself. It wasn't like, oh, I had the thought of something that happened in that show. It's like I had that thought. Now, what happens if that thought just decided to spread wings and fly? And then now it can go with the speed of sound fly. And I mean, like that kind of stuff. Like that is how my brain works with these things. So yes, the thing that Michael said was such a minor thing that it was just like, oh, I thought I knew that answer about him or something like that. But then it was just like, man, what don't I know about blank? And so, yeah, that's my head. And it's a nightmare sometimes.
Well, it was an enjoyable game, though. Thank you for putting in.
Yeah,
the
it was a
effort
fun thing to
make
do.
That
it
was
for
fun.
us.
Thank you.
That's fun.
Now we're going to have to get Shane, but I'm going to come up with 5 new questions. Just ask him, and they're going to be all IT related.
Just rapid fire,
You know?
too.
I'm
He gives an answer, on to the next
still
one.
going to put his name in the randomizer and just shuffle it, but it's just his name.
It's Shane, but misspelled.
Would you rather the Wi-Fi not work or the Bluetooth not work?
Yeah. Would you Oh, I almost went into something he doesn't want us to share. Never mind. That's the most recent story, if y'all have heard it. I appreciate y'all indulging me with that. This has been episode 42 of the Roundabout Podcast. Let us know your
The answer to life, universe, and everything.
Yes.
What?
Thank you.
It's episode 42. It's the answer to life, universe, and everything. That's the name of the episode.
Don't panic.
Even though that just now got acknowledged and has nothing to do with the rest of the episode, but sure. Okay.
Well, there
Yep.
was no time really to fit it in somewhere else. So I'm with Brittle. I know I get the reference. I'm there.
I get
I
the
don't.
reference too.
But y'all can name it whatever you like.
Tyler's just here.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be a part of it. Whatever it's named.
Frankly, I'm just happy to help.
Just happy to be here.
That's a really difficult piece of media to recommend. Because
What
the
is it?
movie,
Why?
Can we say it? What it is?
well,
so I
so
can know?
like
No.
it's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Damn it.
The movie is mediocre.
Damn it.
Like it's okay. I enjoy it, but it's not the best movie in the world. And the book is really good until it's not.
It's an iconic read.
Yeah, like and I think the problem is there's so many different versions, and now like the main version has all of Douglas's books all put into one. So it's like it's a massive read, first of all. But like it's more than just the first book, which is really good. It gets into like it gets really, really deep and it's drawn out and drag, and like I've read the entire thing, but it's a slog at times. Like it's tough. I would just recommend, I guess that would be my recommendation. Go read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for as long as you can. And you'll know the cutoff point, because there will get a point where you're like, why am I still like, I'm not having fun anymore. Why am I still reading this? That's a perfectly acceptable time to stop reading. But like
that's a hilarious analysis of of a piece of literature, and I love it.
Am I wrong though? Because I assume you've read. I don't know how much of it you've read, Brittle.
Joke's on you. Haven't seen the movie. Haven't read the book.
Brittle has made it very clear. Yeah, Brittle has made it very clear he does not read.
No, I just assumed, like, that's, to me, that's such a niche piece of media. I would have assumed that to know that he would have. That was honestly a high school vocal stem. Okay,
like everybody knew that one.
Yeah, that's
wow. I'm surprised.
Somebody in a class would say 42, and then you'd get about 3 to 5 people who would just slowly, just under their breath, the answer to life, universe, and everything.
So what you're telling me is 42 is the precursor to 6-7?
Yeah,
I guess. Although it's actually based on a piece of literature and not just brain rot. So
6-7 is based off of a song,
which is not
like
literature.
I said, brain rot.
Yeah, but it's not literature, but it came from something. It wasn't just. Anyways, it didn't just appear into the universe.
I'm just surprised that it is that popular, because there's so few people I know that like have actually read it or even know what that reference is. I'm shocked that there's like a generation of kids that had that as a saying. Like,
I'm shocked that you're shocked, because that comes up so much on the internet where I'm like in my corner of the internet. Like 42 is just like the known thing.
Yes, but we're nerds, Austin.
Yeah, but you're saying that you're shocked.
That Brittle knows it? Yes, because Brittle's not a nerd. Not that much, anyway.
He's a nerd.
Not?
I bet Brittle doesn't.
Enough.
I bet Brittle.
He's nerd
I bet
adjacent.
Brittle doesn't hang out in the corners of the internet you hang out in.
I don't wish anyone to hang out in the corners. This is my corner. Go get your own goddamn corner.
Yeah, stay out of my corner, asshole.
Austin, next time, just rapid fire me some nerd questions that would qualify me as a nerd. I'm very interested to see how I would do.
I got you. If this man can go off on Invincible as hard as he does, the man's a nerd.
Right? I prefer the term cultured redneck.
You just made that
personally
up. I respect it, and we're moving on. But thank you for listening to episode 42. I guess we talked about Hitchhiker's Guide long enough that you can now name the title of this episode that.
It was all a ruse.
If you let us know what your favorite minor league baseball team name is, and if it's not the Rampaging Ponies, I get it? No. Rumbling.
No.
Damn. Rumbling
Rumble
ponies. Rumble
Not
ponies.
even rumbling.
There's
no
rumble.
Yeah.
Dollar to the jar.
If they're rumbling, I mean, if they're a rumble pony, they're rumbling. That just goes hand in hand. But let us know what your favorite minor league team name is. Let us know if you want to answer the get to know you game, so we too can get to know you as an audience. Feel free to do that on our Instagram and Facebook at Roundabout Pro, or on YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky at Roundabout Gaming. And if you would like to, we every now and then stream. We used to be more consistent. We haven't been recently, but we're gonna do better.
What
But
do you mean? We missed one Friday.
No, you missed 2.
Yes, but Roundabout still streamed 2 weeks ago.
We only missed 1.
2
Yeah.
people were there out of
So
the 5.
Yet the
Anyways,
stream was live
The team-
nonetheless.
the team
was
streamed.
live.
Sorry, Austin. I didn't realize that your solo streams don't
That's
count as
not-
streams.
That's not where I was going.
You have to have 2 people to stream for
Yeah.
it to be a stream.
You've never gone live, Austin,
That's-
ever.
Yeah, Austin's never gone live.
Yeah, it's basically true. But we do stream on Twitch and YouTube. Twitch is Roundabout Pro, and once again, YouTube, Roundabout Gaming. Feel free to come by, chat with us, hang out with us. Please, on your streaming or your podcast site of choice, please rate, review, 5-star, thumbs up, ring bells. Any kind of interaction with us does us great for future discoverability, and also it helps us continue to want to make this podcast. So Thank you all. I hope you have a lovely evening, morning, afternoon, night, whatever time you listen to this, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
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 Bye.